What's up, everyone? Peace and blessings to everyone. Hope everyone is having a great weekend. Peace and blessings. I hope everybody's on tonight. What's happening? I'm just going to wait for more people to get in. I got important live that I need to update you on what's going on today. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's out there. What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone is out there. Marcus, what's happening? What's happening, Marcus? How are you? Man, I hope this live stream works good today. I've been having some problems with it. How you doing, Marcus? I don't know why. I don't know, man. I don't know. This thing has been acting up. I don't know what's going on. So you say this thing has been on since I think the time got messed up. Something happened with the time. I don't know how that happened. So you mean this thing was on since the AM? This is crazy. I don't understand how this happened. Because I wasn't live, probably the way I ended up, I don't know. Must have accidentally put in the wrong schedules. Yeah, something, I don't know, something went wrong, man. I don't know what's going on with my live streams. I don't know what's going on with them. I've been having a little problems with them, with these live streams a little bit. The last one I did, everybody said it cut off or something. Okay, it looked like we got 6 people in. Everybody, I want to apologize. I don't know what's going on with my live stream, but I'm gonna need to contact YouTube tomorrow to find out what's going on. It's been acting very weird. It's been acting very weird. So I apologize for this, y'all. Okay, I'm here. I'm live right now. Okay, I'm going live. I got some important information for y'all. Hey, what's up, man? I don't know. My live stream has been acting up, man. And they didn't do well on the last stream that we did on Thursday. I'm gonna contact YouTube tomorrow and find out what's going on. But my live stream has been acting really, really weird. It's been acting really weird. Okay, let's jump right into it. Man, I'm getting some news, man, that they are turning people away at the San Jose Medellin airport. I heard that 5 people got turned away. They are after us. They are profiling black men in Colombia. Hey, how you doing, Steve? Okay, everything is normal. Okay, good. Everything is normal. Yeah, I got some news that they are turning us away. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna give you one of the reasons why I think that they're doing this. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I've been saying this for years and years and years before any of this happening. Bad content will make you get profile. There's still YouTubers out there that are putting out very poor content. They're putting out very bad. I've said this years ago. I said, if we keep putting out this nasty type of content on Facebook and Instagram about sex tourism, what's going on in Colombia, they are going to rebel. Because I was in Colombia 2 months ago in September. You remember I told y'all this. When I was coming back, going back to Florida, when I was going through immigration again, when I went through the metal detector, it went off. And they searched me thoroughly. And when I looked at all the other people going through that metal detector, it did not go off. It was dozens of people going through that metal detector, but as soon as I stepped in there, it went off. And they pulled me over to the side. And they went through my bag. They pat me down. They went through my bags. But they didn't go through my phones. Thank God they didn't. But they are turning people away. 5 people was turned away. And all of them were African American descent. I want y'all to listen to this. This guy named Andre, I told y'all about this guy. He cannot stand passport bros. And matter of fact, I got some things I like to say to Andre because he's not totally accurate what he is saying. He's not totally accurate. Listen to what he says.
Too many of y'all have this type of attitude. So once again, I want to show everybody the
Hold on one second, let me pull it back.
Don't like gringos. So again, I want to show everybody this type of attitude. So once again, I want to show everybody the
Wait a minute, hold on one second. One second. Let me get this.
Don't like gringos. Too many of y'all have this type of attitude. So once again, I want to show everybody the degeneracy and the deviant nature of the passport bro. Because these guys, they do not want to take accountability and they always want to change the subject. I have made posting.
See, the problem I have with this is that when one person do something wrong, they throw everybody under the bus. When one person goes down there and do something wrong, they're ready to throw. And this is what I disagree. Just because you have a few people doing something bad doesn't mean that we all bad.
It's about Colombian women that they do not want sex tourists in Colombia. I have put newspaper articles. I have shown lawyers. I have shown black Colombians. I have shown young Colombians. I have shown mayors and the presidents. And I have shown literally every single person who speaks Spanish in Colombia saying, hey, we don't like these foreigners, these passport bros, who come and do sex tourism to Colombia and they assault the women. They unalive them.
See, this is what they're saying about us. They think that we're going down there. Actually, he's saying that we are assaulting women. Let me see. You said, remember, I never okay to paint someone with the same paintbrush. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're painting us all with the same paintbrush that we all go on there for sex tourism. That's what they think that we do.
And they assault little kids. And people like this guy here, he wants to make it about color. You know, you're just jealous, and because the black man wants to be with your Latina women. To be Latino is not a color. And just so you know, Colombia has the 3rd population of people of African descent on the Western Hemisphere. Why is it when these passport bros, whether it be Chinese, whether it be black, whether it be white, whether it be from everywhere in the world, how come they go to Medellin where the majority are light-skinned people? How come you don't see these passport bros in Buenaventura? How come you don't see them in the Afro-Colombian festival? How come you don't see in the festival the blacks?
Just because you don't see them there doesn't mean that they're not there. There are black men in those different places where there are black people in Colombia, like Choco. See, these guys here, they don't do their research. Before you make an accusation against something, please get your facts straight. You don't know what you're talking about. Just because one person do something wrong doesn't mean that everybody is this way.
And the whites, how come you don't see them deep in the jungles out there where you have these communities who are people of African descent who have suffered through hundreds of years of mistreatment, of ostracizing, and had to run away from society to create their own mini societies in order to protect themselves, and all of a sudden I get to be blamed as a racist? No, what happened is that these people—
No, you're not blaming the racist. You don't know what you're talking about. You haven't. I bet you probably don't even have no black friends. See, this is what I mean by people don't do their research. You got black men down in Medellin that own businesses. I met two business owners, one that owns a restaurant, and you have another brother in Poblado that owns a soul food restaurant. But that's all you think about. You just think about the negative.
are perverted. These people are evil. They travel the world to mess with little children. They travel the world to go to countries.
Yeah, some people do, but not everybody. The people that they're talking about, these are just a very few people that do these type of things. This is not everybody. Everybody does not act this way. But you're going to paint brothers, us, as the perpetrators. No, we're not. And this is what I mean when people don't do research. They go by what they hear. They go by what somebody else say. But you have thousands of tourists, black men included, that go down to Colombia and don't participate in this buffoonery.
Doesn't have the same economic power as them. Because look, I want you to look at this. You see these postings here? These are Colombian women complaining about passport bros. This is not me. Please stop making.
Those are just a few women. Those are just a few women. That's not everybody. You get two people that complain, and all of a sudden, everybody's bad. Every passport bro is bad. It's not fair because if you have one bad apple that comes down and do something wrong, and but you just throw them in. You think that we all that way, and that's not fair. It's not fair.
About color, and this is the deviancy and the lying nature of the passport bro. Because when you corner them, they always want to do the same thing. The white guys will say, "Nah, what the black guys doing," and the white guys will say, "Nah, what the black guys doing." And you guys are trying to throw each other on the bus. And then when you can't do that, you try to accuse me of racism. I am neither white nor black nor Asian, nothing. I am a Colombian.
Do you have any black friends, sir? Have you talked to any black people in Colombia from America, sir?
Stop it, stop it, stop it. Stop hurting women. Stop hurting little kids. And stop using your deviant nature to force women to be in a position.
But that's not everybody, sir. You can't put everybody in the same category. You can't do that. You can't do that. Just because you have a few people that go down there and break the law doesn't mean everybody is this way. No, it's there's a YouTuber. He said, okay, let me read some of these comments. Read some of these comments. He said, hold the people that's doing it accountable, not to frame everybody in the same choices. Right, right. Stop listening to people who are not paying your bills. So listen to those people who will never see you again in life. Right. Wait, you are saying that though. He's like they're innocent. Yeah, really. What is that supposed to mean? What's supposed to mean is that black men are being targeted in Medellin. They're being turned away when they go through immigration. 5 more were just turned away not too long ago. And it's like there's like false accusations against everybody, but you can't throw everybody under the bus because of a few people. Blood is saying that he's not white, not black, nothing, but he's Colombian. I don't know who this guy who I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him before. But Andre, the guy, he's a Colombian and he has a YouTube channel. His name is Andre, and he does tours. And he put this guy on his channel. He recorded this video. But I would say to Andre, have you ever met any Black Americans since you've been in Colombia? Have you sat down and talked to any Black Americans? Because it's like they're trying to create this false narrative about us. That we go down there for S tourism, we go down there to mess with minors. We go, no, we do not. Everybody don't go down there acting that way. So now it's like we're being profiled. So now you got people who are going down there and being turned away. So
Would they have to bend to you because they don't have the same economic power?
And this wasn't the only guy who made that type of comment. There was a handful of people who commented the same thing. So what if
yeah, Andre, but have you talked to the people that made these comments? You are going by what you hear somebody else saying, Andre. Yeah, they're putting, there's certain people down there that's putting passport bros in the same group. Like if you have one bad person, one bad foreigner that go down there and do something wrong, then they make us all guilty. We all guilty. You know what I'm saying? But every one of us don't go down there acting that way. I know a lot of respectable people that are going down there. I see when I go down there. I talk to businessmen. I know Black men that own businesses down there that are contributing to the culture and the city down there and respect the Colombian people. Everybody's not bad. What's up, Jay? What's happening? What's happening, bro? How you doing? You say good morning. Oh, okay. No, it's good afternoon. Well, good night, actually. Hope you're doing okay.
Addie's at, yo, you in Medellin, show the girls, yo. Don't you realize that's the type of attitude that makes people criticize American travelers so much? Don't you know the stereotypical American?
But Andre, everybody's not like that, Andre. Everybody is not that way, Andre. Probably some of the things that you are hearing. What you need to do is you need to hook up and talk to some of the Black passport bros that go down there. That is what you are hearing, but what you're hearing doesn't mean that it's true. No, you're right. He probably hasn't. I guarantee he hasn't. He's just going by what he's hearing someone else is saying.
Made that type of comment. There was a handful of other people who commented the same thing. Yo, where the baddies at? Yo, you in Medellin? Show the girls. Yo, don't you realize that's the type of attitude that makes people criticize American travelers so much? Don't you know the stereotypical American? He don't know nothing about geography. He don't know nothing about geopolitics or nothing.
Well, see, oh, so we don't know nothing about geopolitics and we don't know nothing about geography. Andre, you don't know what you're talking about, dude. Bro, you way off. You way off. I don't know where you're getting your information from, but you need to get, you need to sit down and have a talk, an intelligent conversation with somebody. Because evidently you're getting the wrong information, sir. Right. He's thinking irrationally. Talk about that's all we do. It's like, oh, where the baddies at? Oh, where the women's at? Everybody don't act like that.
Yo, where the baddies at? Yo, you in Medellin? Show the girls. Yo, don't you realize that's the type of attitude that makes people criticize American travelers so much? Don't you know the stereotypical American? You don't know nothing about geography. You don't know nothing about geopolitics or nothing about history. This is why Colombians don't like gringos.
And see, that's the reason why that we are being targeted. We are being profiled. And see, what I'm trying to tell you guys, there's another flip side of this too. You do have some guys, I'm not saying all, that are putting up bad YouTube, Instagram content, social media content. I know an individual right now. I'm not going to mention his name. He's a very knowledgeable person about traveling to Latin America. He's very good. But the type of content that he puts out is always have to do with women with big booties. And when you look at his thumbnails on his channel, mostly that is what you see. And when you put that type of content out there, people like Andre and other Colombians and other people look at that and they say, all foreigners is like that. And that's what you call sexual exploitation. And there were several other YouTubers that does the same thing. I'm not going to mention their name because I don't throw nobody under the bus. I don't troll anybody. But I said this a long time ago that this was going to come back on us and that they were going to rebel. And now you hear them rebelling. Right, you're right. Everybody in America is not like that. I agree with you. Meryl, hi, how you doing? Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. Yeah, everybody's not like that. Everybody's not like that, but it's getting worse. And I know content creators, as I'm speaking right now, put bad content. And matter of fact, there was one content creator. Now YouTube is starting to wake up a little bit. Because what I've been hearing is that the algorithm is starting to not promote those type of videos. The YouTube algorithm is changing. Okay? The YouTube algorithm is starting to change. So they're noticing that their views is dropping, 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 dropping. How you doing, Mello? What's up? What's up? Subscribe and like my channel, please. If you're here for the first time, can you do a favor for me? Like and subscribe to the channel. I would definitely appreciate it. This will really help my channel out a lot. Some of y'all maybe just came into the live. 5 people was turned away from the San Jose airport a few days ago. 5 people, that's the news that I'm getting. 5 people was turned away. And they all were black men. They all were black. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? If you get ready to leave, make sure you jump back on and do the replay because I got some more interesting stuff we're going to talk about tonight. There was one guy, I got a story of a guy went to Cartagena and the girl used him, man. I mean, used him. I'm talking about you. I mean, she was cold-blooded. And you still have foreigners are still going down there and still getting scammed, man, out of thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. Because guess what? It takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. It takes a fool to learn that love loves no one. I don't know if y'all heard that song before. It's by the Dramatics. Always remember, love loves nobody. Okay? They don't love you. Love loves nobody. And we're going to talk about that. I got a story I want y'all to hear. And this female was cold-blooded. Cold-blooded, man. Cold-blooded. But what we need to do, I'm going to end this part of the conversation and we're going to jump into the next topic. Stop putting bad content on social media, please. Stop putting these bad thumbnails up there with women showing their butts and stuff like that. Please take that stuff off your videos. There was one guy, he had a thumbnail of, he was the only one surrounded by a whole bunch of Colombian girls showing cleavage. And see, you have to understand that you have people in very high places that watch these videos. Gustavo Petro, the president of Colombia, he watches YouTube. His daughter watches YouTube. The president of Brazil watches YouTube. And when they see these bad videos out there exploiting their people or talking about their people, the first thing they do, they say, oh, all those Americans, they don't know how to respect our people. And we are the good ones that go down there and we don't act that way. But there's an old school saying that one bad apple will spoil the bunch. One spoiled apple will spoil the bunch. That's an old school saying. Yeah, yeah. Arizona, what's going on, brother? How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing, sir? It is so good to see you, man. I don't know if you heard, but they turned away 5 people for Medellin. They are, man, they are cracking down, bro. You gotta make sure you have, if you talk about, see, y'all probably wondering, well, there's so many other places to go. There's so you could go to Mexico, you could go to Brazil, you could go to Thailand, you could go to all these other places. Medellin is my favorite place to go. I got a lot of good friends out there that I have been knowing for years. I just don't want other bad actors that make it bad for me or anybody else that goes out there because I have connections out there. I got people out there. It's like family to me. Every single time I go out there, I let them know I'm there, and they come to me, and they treat me like family. Like the young lady Cookie you guys met, beautiful young lady, very nice young lady, and I want to go back and see her again. I don't want to get all the way down there and get turned away based on what somebody else did, based on what they may think about me. It's not fair. You're right. It's not fair. I'm going to go to other Colombian cities. Yeah, I do go to other Colombian cities, but Medellin is my favorite city. You know why? Because me personally, I love I think the climate is just perfect. It's perfect. It's not too hot and it's not too cold. And to me, it has a certain vibe to it. I don't know what it is. When I go up into the mountains and stuff, it just have this really cool vibe, especially during the evening when you see the lights on the mountains and the landscaping is just it's just beautiful. And where I stay, you can see the mountains coming. You can see the clouds coming down on top of the mountains. I think it's beautiful, man. Yeah, you're right. There's other cities to go to, but I love Medellin because, I mean, it's like it's paradise to me because they just treat me so good. Everything is on my fingertips. Everything, chicas, food, drinks, shopping, ATMs, money, everything. Don't need a thing. They wait on me hand and foot. What do you want, Mr. Tony? What can we get you, Mr. Tony? Salute Jay. What's up, Jay? The Jay's in the house. Jay, Jay, I thought you'd be watching the Lions game right now, brother, against the Philadelphia Eagles. You said go to Boca Raton. They have pretty women too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You said they have that spring-like climate. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The spring-like climate. Yeah, yeah. No, that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes, Jay, sometimes we have things to do. Sometimes we have things to do, and I understand that you can't be on the live, so but I appreciate your support, Jay. I appreciate your support, man. You don't have to. You don't have to make any excuses, brother. But just in case you just jumped on, they are turning black men away at the airport in Medellin. They are profiling us, man. They are profiling us because it seems like there's a group of certain people, certain Colombians that are creating this narrative about us that all of us want to come down there is for sex tourism. You know what I'm saying? Where the baddies at? Where the women at? All of us don't act that way. I mean, you got businessmen out there. I know 2 businessmen out there that own restaurants. One in Morales, the other one in Poblado. I went to both of them. I went to both of them. And the food was delicious. Good food. Okay, let's get to the other part of life that I want to tell you guys about this story. This woman was freaking cold blooded. So I'm gonna pull this up.
Disappear, but in the
I want you guys to subscribe to a channel called the Gringo Files. And he gets these stories about these foreigners, that be getting used in Thailand and Colombia and all these places. These guys, it's called a fleecing. That's what we're going to call it. It's called a fleecing. A fleecing. This is called a fleecing when men give up thousands of dollars for these chickens. They get played, but they can't see the warning signs. And I feel sorry for people like this, man, that you can't see the warning signs of these females. I was in Cartagena for Halloween weekend and had a great time. Yeah, a great time. And it's better than NYC Hollywood. Yes, yes, yes. I was there for Halloween too. Yes, I was there 2 years ago, 2023. Yeah, 2023 for Halloween. But it rained a lot, so I didn't get a chance to do too much. The woman, on the other hand, I understand you're poor, but using someone isn't right, and you want to be the earner. Yeah, this woman here, she was cold-blooded, man. This woman here was cold-blooded. And I want you guys to hear this story, how cold-blooded she was. If it's your first time, please like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to dissect and psychoanalyze this story. And I'm going to show you all the red flags that was ignored. They cost them over $11,000. And these are true stories. I get stuff like this all the time. People tell me stories all the time of being, taken advantage of. And this is sad. Let me see. Yeah, they said the Gringo story recently sounds like the Thailand stories and how they use their families in marriage. Yeah, I'm talking about I've seen guys lose almost their whole retirement because do you know how long it takes to save 60 to 80 to $100,000? Do you know how long it takes to save that type of money? They do it everywhere. This scam happens everywhere. Matter of fact, I listened to a guy, he got scammed out of $300,000. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that one next on the next live. I'm gonna let y'all hear about that. There was a foreigner that lost $300,000. And guess what? He lost it on a woman that he never even met. He lost $300,000 on a woman he never even met. It was on a website that was scamming him. So the next live, we're going to hear his testimony. How he got hooked up in there and he just kept spending money. It was so bad he never even met the girl. I told you guys there's two types of scams. There's a fake romance scam and there's a real romance scam. The difference between the two, let me tell you the difference between the two. A romance scam, fake romance scams are people that you may talk online, but you never met them before. You never engaged with them before. Sometimes they may have a fake video chat with you. Some of them do, some of them don't, but most of them don't. But a fake romance scam is somebody that you really personally never even met before. But yet still you're being scammed by this person. And then you have another kind of scam. It's called a real romance scam. The difference between the real and the fake romance scam, the real romance scam is that you actually met the person. You actually maybe even had physical contact with the person. Like y'all may have sat down and had coffee. You know what I'm saying? The person may have spent the night at your house. You may have had relationship with this person, but they were still scamming you. So you have different ways of being scammed. Let me see, read some of these. Organa, or well, fake real estate. Yeah, yep. Yeah, Ghana. Yeah, you got really, man, I heard really scary things about Ghana people getting scammed over there, man. That's one online sounds like the Ukraine. Yeah, that's it. That's it. The Ukraine one. Yes. Yes. Yeah, he was talking to a Ukraine woman. Yes. That's right, Jay. Yeah, I'm gonna play his testimony on the next live, okay? The trick is they give you a fake video. Yeah, they give you fake video chats. Yep. They give you fake video chats. Yep. Yep. But you keep spending, you keep spending, you keep spending. But this lets you know how lonely men are. And you know what I'm trying to tell you guys came here for the truth. I'm going to give you the truth. Know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And I'm going to set you free on this channel. I'm going to help you avoid every type of romance scams or scams that can happen to you. Because, yes, I have been scammed before. I have been scammed before. Okay? And it can happen to anybody. I mean, it wasn't to a great degree where I lost thousands of dollars, but things add up. Things do add up, and that money do add up. And next thing you know, you'd be looking and say, wait a minute. You know, you give $20 here, $30 there, $30 here, 20. And so you'd be thinking in your mind, oh, $20 ain't much. $20 ain't that much. $10 ain't that much. But the problem is if you keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. And guess what? That $10 started to add up. That $20 started to add up. Just think about this. You meet somebody online, whether it's a fake or real romance scam. You send that person $10 every week. Let's say $10. And you think, oh, that ain't nothing. $10 ain't nothing. Ain't no big deal. Times that by 4 weeks, that's $40. Okay? And you times that by a year. And let me add that up. How much would that be? Hold on 1 second. Get this calculator out. I'm going to show y'all something. $40 times 12. This woman has made over $480 off of you in 1 year. $480 that she made in 1 year off of you sending just the little amount of money. That's how it happens. But guess what they do? You're not the only one. You're not the only one that they're doing this to. I met a female, I looked on her Facebook page, and she had over 4,000 followers. And some of them on Instagram have more than that. Just think about even if 10% of that 4,000 would send her $20 a week, how much money would she make? Because what they do is they make you think that you're the only one that they're asking this from. But they're doing it to maybe 100 more other people that they say they tell the same story to. The same story to. And they don't have to get a job. They don't have to work. That's the pseudo, yep, that's the long game. Absolutely, Jay. By the way, watching the game and the Cheesesteaks are up 3 in your alliance. Uh-oh. Okay. I thought at first I wasn't going to do this live tonight, but I wanted to get it out the way. You know, I wanted to watch the Lions game, but I said, you guys need to hear what's going on. Okay, we're going to jump into this right now about this guy, what he did. This is cold-blooded, man. I'm talking about cold-blooded. Okay, here we go. And he talks about be very cautious when dating women with children. Be very cautious. Here we go. He's going to tell the story, and we're going to analyze the story. Okay? All right, here we go.
She took my kindness for weakness. I didn't move to Cartagena to become anybody's investor. I moved here to disappear. But in this city, when you're lonely and generous, somebody always finds you. She took my kindness for weakness. I didn't move to Cartagena to become anybody's investor. I moved here to disappear. But in this city, when you're lonely and generous, somebody always finds you. My name is Henry. I'm 55, from Paris, and I didn't move to Cartagena to become anybody's investor.
This is the Gringo File, and this guy get a lot of interesting stories. So I'm using his content and the stories that he gets. So make sure you subscribe to his channel, okay? It's called the Gringo Files, okay? Gringo Files.
I moved here to disappear. But the most expensive mistake of my life didn't happen on the battlefield. It started with a message from a woman who said she respected my service. If you're a single man thinking about starting over in Latin America, especially with a woman who already has kids from other men, you need to hear what happened next. And listen, if stories like this help you
I want to tell you one thing before we continue on this. Always be careful with women that got children already. Okay? That's a red flag. Should have went up right away when he said that this woman had 2 children. Okay? Because a lot of times in these situations, I've been through this so many times. In these situations, usually the baby daddy is not that far from being around. And you're probably going to have some contact with the baby daddy. Okay? And more than likely, unfortunately, I'm not saying all women are doing this, but more than likely, the baby mama is still sleeping with the baby daddy. Unfortunately. Wait a minute, hold on. I saw the video of the O'Shea talking about not dating single moms, but they say it was only American, but gave the pass on to the foreign that isn't good, and they need to listen to this story. Yeah, listen to this story. Because already he's talking about that this woman has kids. This woman have kids. And see that makes the radar go up automatically because I'm telling you, most of the time, sadly, the mom is still sleeping with the baby daddy.
Safer out here. Do me a favor right now. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Share this with one friend who's talking about moving to Colombia. And grab the Gringo Survival Guide in the description below. It might save them $11,000 or more. Now, let me tell you how this all started. I did more than 20.
He lost $11,000. This situation cost him $11,000. Single mothers are 10 times more desperate, you know. Yep. The baby daddy gets it. Yep, for free. Yep, there you go, Bruce. But she wants you to pay. There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But listen to this story and listen to the way how this guy was being treated. This is going to blow your mind. Hold on, let me get my drink for 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Hey, Elizabeth, what's going on? What's happening? Yep, the baby daddy gets it for free, but she wants top. Yep. But this is even worse, though. Listen to this. This is even worse. I hear what you're saying, Bruce. Good to see you again, Elizabeth. How you doing? God bless you too. Have you subscribed to my channel, Elizabeth? Make sure you do that, okay? Hit that like button for me. I'd love to see you come back. Okay? I'm trying to teach these men and women the truth. This is a truth channel. And I'm gonna always give you guys the truth. Because I don't want anything to happen to y'all. Because some of these women out here, they are cold-blooded. They are cold-blooded. Listen to this. Here we go.
Years in the French army. Cold mornings, ironed uniforms, orders, structure. I know what it's like to sleep in the cold, eat bad food, and pretend everything is fine.
Thank you,
when it's
Elizabeth.
not. What I wasn't prepared for? Retirement. In Paris, my days became empty. Wake up, coffee, walk, maybe see an old colleague, then go home and sit in front of the TV. My body was free, but my life felt small. I had visited Colombia once on vacation. Cartagena hit me like a warm wave. Colors, music, the old city walls, the sea breeze at night, people laughing in the street, not because it was a holiday, but because that's just how they live. So when retirement came, I sold some things, cashed out a chunk of savings, and moved to Cartagena. I found a small apartment, nothing crazy, ceiling fan, balcony, ocean air, enough space for one.
So he sounds like he's a retired Air Force, like a retired veteran. You know what I'm saying? Looking for a different life, looking for a laid back type of life. So he went to Cartagena.
Man and his thoughts. During the day, paradise. In the evenings, too quiet. That's when loneliness started to feel heavier than any backpack I ever carried. One night, I was having a beer with another ex.
See, we're talking about the loneliness again. Loneliness. You have to be able to control your loneliness. You know what I'm saying? Don't let your loneliness control you. Because if you let your loneliness control you, then you're gonna make very bad mistakes and you become vulnerable.
Pat. He looked at me and said, Henry, you're in Cartagena. Why are you going home alone every night? What he told me next changed everything. He kept going. Try Latin American Cupid. Women here love serious men. You've got a pension. You're disciplined. You're not some drunk backpacker. You're exactly what they want. I'd always believed in meeting people naturally, but I was retired, alone, and the city outside my window was pulsing with life. So I downloaded the app. Profiles, smiles, filters, bios. Some looked too perfect, some looked tired, some clearly just wanted a ticket out. And then there was her, Victoria.
Wait a minute, hold on for a second. Do you remember how old I am and when I subbed? No, I don't remember how old you are. No, Elizabeth, I don't remember that. All right, guys, we're going to get to the interesting part.
29, works in a beauty shop, hair done, nails.
Well, he's 60 years old and she's 29 years old. There's an age gap there that you have to be careful with. Be careful about that too. Because usually when you older and when you date extremely younger women, they look at you as a sugar daddy. That's what they look at you as a sugar daddy.
Done, soft smile, 3 kids. Right away that made me pause. That's not a detail you can ignore at 55. Before I could overthink it, a notification popped up. It was her. She messaged me first. Her first message wasn't, "Hi handsome," or "I love European men," or any of the usual fake charm. It said, "Hello Henry. I saw you were in the army. My father was military too, but he passed away when I was younger. I just want to say thank you for your service. I respect men like you." That got to me. Most people don't talk about service that way unless they mean it. I felt something familiar, something respectful. Then she added, "I'm a feminine woman.
Let's see, this is the first thing they do is they flatter you with their words. He's being flattered. She comes out of nowhere and she comes to him and she flatters him, saying, "Oh, you're a veteran, you're this." That's the first part of the scam. They try to flatter you, make you feel good about yourself because they already know that you have low self-esteem about yourself. Okay, some women, they have this thing that they could just pick that up just like that. So he probably was looking lonely, probably looking sad. And then when he started talking about when she began to find out that he was a veteran, that he was retiring, money just went off on her mind just like that. Just like that. And she homed in on his vulnerabilities. Him being an older man, okay, and she's 29 years old. I'm sure she was drop dead gorgeous. Because a lot of the 29-year-old in Cartagena is, probably 9 or 10 that he's not used to probably getting when he's in the States. And then they flatter you too at the same time. That's a red flag right there.
like cooking, cleaning, taking care of the house. A man who works hard deserves peace at home. I stared at that line for a while.
And see, they're talking online right now, but they haven't met yet. She's getting ready to reel him in.
Man who works hard deserves peace at home. After years of noise, orders, deployments, peace at home sounded like heaven. I scrolled her profile again. 3 kids. In my head,
3 kids.
3 reasons
Whoa,
she might want stability.
whoa, 3 kids? Woo! Wow. Wow, 3 kids. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with dating women with children, but 3 children, that's something there, man. Let me see. Let's read some of these comments. Tony, you have even thought about going to La Ferrera de Cali Festival in Cali. I'm thinking about going to the Barranquilla Carnival. I want to go to that carnival. But I was talking to Chris, and he was saying how really, if you're gonna go to the Barranquilla Carnival, you have to make reservations now. I heard everything is really get booked up really fast there, and then you can also lose your reservation too. I heard. He said after Christmas for like 4 to 5 days, it's like a mini carnival salsa like festival. Yeah, I have to check that out, Chris. Chris, I learned a lot from you on the live. You guys missed the live I did with Chris. I want you guys to do a favor before we continue with this. I want you to go to Process the Journey YouTube channel. And I want you guys to subscribe to his channel, okay? Chris gives awesome information about traveling. He's been to almost, I think he said he's been over 15 or 20 different countries. He's been around. He knows his way around. And this is the type of people like Marcus, you need to be talking to Chris. That's the person who you want to talk to, okay? He knows a lot about traveling. He knows a lot about Brazil. He knows a lot about Thailand. He's been to so many different South American countries. So I want everybody to do a favor for me. Go to the Process the Journey. That's the name of his channel. And subscribe to his channel, okay? Help support him. You said, I don't feel sorry for this guy that gets scammed in Colombia anymore. Yeah, I know. I feel you. But listen to this. Let me see. Did you see Carlos, formerly Let's Learn Crypto, get confronted by a Black American woman this past weekend after someone sprayed her during Cartagena's festival? No, I didn't see that, Chris. Yeah, you've been to 25 different countries. Yeah. So make sure you guys subscribe to Chris's channel, okay? Can y'all do that for me? Please do that.
I hesitated. Then I answered. That was the start. And looking back now, that's where I should have asked myself, what would you have done here? Our conversation flowed easily. She didn't ask for money. She asked about my life, my time in the army, why I chose Cartagena. She told...
See, there you go. There you go. She's asking about his life. So she's homing in and seeing. See, that's why I tell you guys, when you dating foreign women, when you go to a foreign country or anything, always remember this. And this is very important, very, very, very important. Never discuss with anybody what you do for a living, how much you make, or anything about your personal business. None of their business. Never do that, because you can set yourself up for a robbery. You can set yourself up for a kidnapping. Never disclose confidential information on your career or anything like that. Never do that. If somebody asks you what you do for a living, tell them that you do cartwheels and you get tips, okay? Give them something, give them an ambiguous answer. Because this woman was reading him. She said, oh, he's a veteran. Okay, he's 60 years old and he's a veteran. Okay. So she's reading him. See, this is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand and to see. Okay? That's why I'm playing this video, because I want you guys to be able to recognize when you're about to get played.
About her job at the beauty shop, about her mother helping with the kids, about dreaming of having her own salon one day. She sent voice notes. Her voice was soft, calm, the kind that slows your breathing down when you listen.
There you go. Let me see. Wait a minute. I did it live with Carlos yesterday. Oh, okay. Basically, it's Cartagena Independence Anniversary, and they spray people like they do in Barranquilla Festival. And she got mad when she saw Carlos filmed her. Oh wow, yeah. So, Chris. So we talk about Carlos, the Colombian guy, right? She said she had on a bunch of makeup. She must really be mad at you, man. She must really be mad at you. Wow.
After about a week of talking, she said, I would like to meet you, but only if you want something serious. I don't play games. I believed her. We met in a cafe in the old city. She walked in wearing a simple dress, hair tied back, small earrings, no over-the-top makeup. She hugged me like we'd already known each other for months. In person, she wasn't acting like a club girl or an
Okay, so they met. So they met online. So they're finally meeting each other on person. So this would be an example of a real romance scam, a real romance scam, because he's meeting her now. He sees her. They're meeting for the first time. Okay, follow the story, guys.
model. She asked how my day was. She listened. We talked for hours. From that day, the routine started. Good morning messages, good night voice notes, pictures of what she was cooking, occasional photos with her kids, never too many, just enough to remind me they exist.
Wow, she's showing him photos of her kids now. Okay, let me see. Let me read some of these comments. She had a bunch of makeup on. Okay, we did with that. Yeah, he does tours too. Yeah, he does. Yeah, Crypto Carlos, the one that got married like 2 years ago. So we talk about the same Carlos. They do. They got the YouTube channel Colombian guy, right? He jammed his thumb, squeezing her hand to stop her from. Oh, okay. This is another Carlos. Okay, okay. That's his name too. His name is Carlos from the Colombian guy. Hey guys, make sure you do a favor for me. Make sure you hit that like button, okay? Can you do that? So we can push this video out to on YouTube. I got 10 so far, okay? Okay, so he met the woman offline. She got 3 children. So they finally met. I'm going to update y'all what's going on in this story. So they finally met, and now she's showing him pictures of her kids. Okay? Now, me personally, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with dating women with children, but I would have walked away. I would have got away from that. I would have got away from that because you got 3 children, and these are small. These are kind of like small children. These are not big teenagers. These are small children, and you're 29 years old. You're 29. And you got 3 kids. I guarantee you, if you meet a woman that has 3 kids that's 29 years old, those baby daddies are still around. Okay, you said Carlos from Tampa. Okay, got you, Chris. Got you, Chris.
She came to my apartment sometimes. When she did, she moved like she'd always lived there.
Okay.
She cleaned the kitchen without making a show out of it.
So there you go again. Okay. Now she's moving in. She came to his apartment. Okay. And she's trying to create that that housewife experience. That's what they do. She's cleaning, she's cooking, she's doing all this stuff. Oh, yeah, I could do this, I could do that. She's pandering to him.
Straightened the bed, reorganized the bathroom. At first, I felt guilty. Then I realized she liked it. She'd say things like, "A man shouldn't come home to chaos. You worked your whole life. You deserve calm." For a retired...
See what they do? They flatter you with their words. That's flattering. She's flattering you. They very good at that, man. She said, "Oh yeah, you should have a woman that come in and cook for you and take care of your house and take care of your needs and everything." Oh yeah. That's what she's doing. And they very good at flattering you with the, and that should have been another red flag. Like, why she's doing this? Why are you coming to my house and all of a sudden you're doing housekeeping duties and washing my dishes and you're doing all this stuff? See, that should have went off in his mind too. So how can you give advice and you can't apply it to yourself? What do you mean by that, Marcus?
Army man who'd lived alone for years. That sentence is more dangerous than any weapon. I started feeling like maybe, just maybe, I'd gotten lucky. Then slowly, the requests began. And here's where the story takes a turn that every man watching needs to pay attention to.
Oh, okay, y'all hear this? He said, pay attention. Pay attention. Now they start to ask. The crises are starting now. The crises are starting now. And they're very good at creating crisis situations. The dog got ran over. The roof caved in. The grandma is sick. Kids got no food. Yep, they come with these crisis stories. Marcus, what are you talking about? He said girls always tell people you should do this, that, but you don't apply it to yourself. I don't understand what you mean, Mark.
The first time she asked for money, it was small. "Baby, I'm a little short this month. The kids need new school uniforms. Could you help me with $100? I'll pay you back little by little." $100 wasn't a big deal to me.
Now she asks for $100. That should have been the number one red flag right there. The crisis sounds similar to the Thai bar girl with the family crisis. Yep, Thai women do the same exact thing. He said, if you refuse and get mad at you and upset you. He said, oh, my bad, I went off the top talking about something else. Okay, I was like, Marcus, what the heck are you talking about? Yeah, the crisis sound like the Thai bar girls with the family crisis situation. Yeah, they always make up a situation. They always make. And when you hear, I'm going to tell you guys this. let me tell you guys this. When you hear stories like this, run, 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 because it never ends up right. When you start off, trying to solve other people's problems financially, it never ends right. It'll never work. Never work. It will never work. It'll never end right. And I got something special for all of you all that stay on this channel till the end. I have something special to tell you when you would know that you met Mrs. Right. I'm going to tell you that after this, at the very end of this live. I'm going to tell you something that you would know that you have met the number one woman in your life. Okay, check this out.
Especially when I imagined 3 kids going to school with torn clothes. So I sent it. She thanked me like I'd saved her family. Voice note, messages, photos of the kids in their uniforms. I felt useful again. Then came another message a couple of weeks later.
Oh, here we go.
The school fee is due. I tried, but I don't have enough. Can you help?
There you go again. There you go again. Now, he just gave $100 for the uniforms. Okay. She just gave $100 for the. Somebody gave a super sticker. Thank you. Thank you very much. Whoever did it, thank you very much. I think somebody gave me like a super sticker or something. I appreciate it. But he just gave $100. He just gave $100. Okay, to buy help with the uniforms. Now she's asking for more. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Run, 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 run. Say, you know what? It was nice seeing you. Have a nice day. Take care. Goodbye. That's what he should have did. It got far away. It got as far away from her as he possibly could. Because it gets no better. It gets no better. Those crisis calls keep coming and coming and coming. And you know what's really even more sad about this situation? You know what's really sad? Oh, cool. The Lions just made a touchdown. Okay, cool. I know it's hard to do these lives, doing football season because everybody want to watch football instead of listening to me,
Help me just this once. Another 100, then 50, then 200 because one of them got sick, then 60 because mama's medicine is.
You see there? He's sending 50, he's sending 60, he's sending 100. He's sending all this money to this woman. And let me tell you something. It never ends. It continuously to go. It continues. It never stops. And what's so sad about it is the boyfriends of the baby daddy could be in on what she's doing. Okay? Okay, it's tired. Wow. Okay. I got a few more minutes on this. Well, I want to do this live, and hopefully I'll be able to jump, be able to watch some of the game.
Expensive. It was never a huge amount by itself, but the frequency kept increasing. Every week, there was some new reason. And every time I hesitated, she'd show up, be extra sweet, cook for me, thank me for being such a good man. When she was around, it was hard to say no. You're not just rejecting a request, you're rejecting a whole story. Her kids, her mother, her struggle. And like a lot of foreigners, I told myself, I have a pension. I can.
But you cannot fix their problems. It's 5:05 in the second quarter. Okay. Thank you, sir. The biggest mistake that foreigners make is they think they can solve other people's problems, but you can't. You can't solve nobody else's problems. You can't do that because there will never be enough. It's going to always be something else. And then what's so sad about it is that her and the baby daddy is in on it. You're giving all the money, but the baby daddy ain't doing nothing. Nothing.
Afford it. What's 100 here, 100 there? What I didn't notice was how quickly here and there adds up, but the small payments, those were just the warm-up. What came next was the big ask.
Oh, the big ass. Yep. Yep. Now she's getting ready to go for the gusto. She's getting ready to go for the gusto, y'all. So he considered that 160, all that money that he was sending to her was just a little, just a little bit. Now she's getting ready to go for the juggler. You know what I'm saying? She's getting ready to go for the juggler. Let me see. You cannot fix their problems. They have to be willing to see their own problems and be able to challenge them. So absolutely. That sounds similar to a modern woman trying to change her loser bum dude. Yep. And what's so sad about it, Jay, is that they in on it. They in on it. He's a bum. He ain't doing nothing. And he's getting all the goods. They said, "Oh man, we got a fat turkey here. We got a fat turkey here. We're gonna suck him dry."
This is where I want you to ask yourself, would you have seen it coming?
Yes.
One night, after we'd eaten dinner at my place, she sat on the couch, quieter than usual. I asked if something was wrong. She said, "I don't want to keep asking you for money. It makes me feel like a burden. I want to stand on my own."
There you go again. They flatter you with those words again. Flatter, 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 flatter. That's what they do. They flatter you. "Oh, I don't want to ask you for any more money from you. Oh, you helped me so much and everything." Man, they know how to lay it on thick, boy. Yeah, you're right, Jay. You can't fix nobody else's problems.
Feet. For me. For my children. For you. That sounded perfect. She told me about her dream. Her own beauty salon. Not just a chair in somebody else's shop. A proper place. Hair, nails, maybe a little spa. She already knew the prices. She'd done the research. Rent, chairs, mirrors, products, equipment, decoration. She listed it all out like a business plan.
So did you guys hear this? Did you guys just hear this? He wants him to help her open up a spa. A spa. So you know that's going to be in the thousands of dollars to open up a spa. And you doing this for a woman that you haven't even known over a month. You haven't even known her for over a month.
Total, $11,000. For some people, that's a car. For me, it was a chunk of my savings.
So the total cost to open up this spa is $11,000. $11,000. He's getting ready to sacrifice $11,000. Wow.
But still within reach. She said, if I have my own salon, I won't have to ask you for help. I can pay my own bills. I can
Flying with
help
those
you
words
too.
again.
That line hooked me. I thought, if I invest in this one time, I'll stop bleeding money every month. She'll be independent. We'll both win. When we went to check the rental space, she walked around like she already owned it, touching the walls, imagining where the mirrors would go, talking about colors, logos, everything. Then came the paperwork. She said, for convenience, we should put the business in my name. It's easier with local documents.
There's another red flag. She said, let's put the place in her name. That means if something happens, that means that you have no legal recourse. No legal recourse. If she decides to walk away, whatever, you have no legal resource. You have nothing, no leverage, no nothing.
Don't worry, it's our dream. Listen to that sentence carefully. In my name, our dream. It sounded romantic. It sounded trusting. It sounded like a couple building together. It was also the moment I officially became a sponsor, not a partner. I wired the money in parts, some cash, some transfers. I watched the salon slowly come to life. New chairs, fresh paint, shiny mirrors. In my head, I wasn't just helping a girlfriend. I was investing in our future. The day the salon opened, she was glowing. Family came. Friends.
So he helped her invest $11,000 into her own salon.
Came. I stood in the corner, not wanting to make it about me. She introduced me to some people as Henry, my friend from France. That stung a little, but I told myself, maybe she doesn't want to be too obvious. That night, I thought things would get better. Less financial pressure, more stability, more time together. Instead, something subtle changed. And if you've ever been in a relationship where someone suddenly gets what they want and then pulls away, you know exactly what's coming next. She didn't text as much.
You see what just happened, guys? You see what just happened? So soon as he bought the salon, soon as he bought the salon, soon as he bought the salon, she changed on him. Stopped texting. All of a sudden, she began to withdraw from him. He started seeing things changing after she got what she wanted. But it gets worse.
No more long voice notes. Calls became shorter, more distracted. Whenever she did come over, her phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Messages, calls, notifications, non-stop. When she was at the salon, one of her baby daddies started showing up. At first, I thought he was...
There you go. I told you about the baby daddy. Baby daddy is showing up. The baby daddy is showing up. Told you.
Just visiting the kids. Then I noticed how comfortable he was. No tension, no awkwardness. Just a man moving like he belonged there. I asked her about it. She said, he's just the father of my child. We co-parent. You know how it is. I wanted to believe her, but the pattern got worse. Days would pass without us seeing each other. If I asked when we could meet, she'd say, I'm busy at the salon. I'm tired. You should be proud. I'm working hard. The warmth started to disappear. The message...
I have a question. Can you guys still see me on the live? Can you guys still see me? Send me a message. Okay, yeah, you see it. Okay, good, good, good. It's like nobody not responded to this mess. Yeah, yeah. So he bought her the salon, gave her the money to buy the salon, and All of a sudden she changed. Don't answer his texts. Don't answer his phone calls. And guess who started showing up at the salon? The baby daddy started showing up at the salon. I told you so. The baby's father's, yep. After she got that salon, she said, I don't need you no more.
Became colder. The more her business grew, the more our relationship shrank.
Wow.
One afternoon, I showed up at the salon unannounced. I saw her outside laughing with one of her kids' fathers.
There you go.
Not the awkward laugh of co-parents.
You see that? He said he came to the salon and saw her laughing with one of the baby daddy. And they probably sitting there just laughing to the bank. Laughing to the bank. And I guarantee you, the money that she made from that salon, she's going to help him out. I hope you guys listening to this, man. I just don't want to see y'all get used. But this is happening. And this is happening a lot. And I'm just doing this story today because I do not want to see anybody go through anything like this.
The comfortable body language of people who never really stopped being together. She went quiet when she saw me. He looked me up and down, smirked, and walked away slowly.
Wow.
Inside the salon, we argued. I asked, "Who am I to you? Because I invested in this business like a partner, but I feel like a stranger standing outside." She rolled her eyes and said, "You helped me. I'm grateful. But this is my life, my country, my..."
You see that? How she's treating him? Do you see the way how she's treating him? Treating him like garbage. And he helped her buy the salon. It takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. It takes a fool to learn that love loves no one. Y'all need to listen to that song.
Children. You knew I had kids and fathers in the picture. Why are you acting surprised? I brought up the money, the $11,000, the endless small payments before that. I told her I wanted a formal share in the business, something in writing. She shut that down immediately. No, the business is in my name.
You see that? You see what just happened? Y'all caught that? Did y'all catch that? He said that he wanted to be a partner in the business, a partnership with that business, which she got. But she said no because it's in my name. She said no because it's in my name. He should have done that at the beginning. When he went in business with that woman to get that salon. But they be thinking that, oh, I'm in love. Oh, she's so sweet. Oh, she's so nice to me. I told you guys. They rate you as a 0. It's too late.
Legally, it's mine. You can't claim anything. I reminded her of her own words. Our dream. She shrugged.
It was her dream.
People say many things when they're in love.
In
That
love.
sentence
No,
hit
you wasn't
harder
in
than
love. You was
any punch I've ever
infatuated.
taken. We didn't talk much after that. A few days later, she sent me a simple message. I think it's better if we end the relationship.
Wow. See there? I told y'all this. I told y'all that this was going to be cold. I told y'all. I told you how cold this woman was. So she got the salon. No, she got the $11,000. She opened up a salon. The salon. Got her baby daddy there. And now she sends a message to him saying, I think that we should end the relationship. Wow. Now, is that not cold-blooded? I don't know what that is. If that's not cold-blooded, I have no idea what that is. You did, and you're not talking about what he did for the beginning. The kids' uniforms. Kids needed medicine. You remember? At the beginning of the video I played for y'all? What he did? Then you add on the $11,000 for the salon. You said, let me see. Oh, wow, Eagles ordered a touchdown. 13-6 before the half. Wow. Okay. I don't understand why he don't believe. I don't know. He set himself up for that. But that's cold-blooded. That she sent him a text. She got what she wanted, milked him for what she wanted, and said, I don't think we should see each other no more. But you reap what you sow, though.
On problems. That was it. No closure. No apology.
No apology.
Just an exit.
Nothing.
I asked one more time about the money. She replied, you gave it to me. I didn't force you. The business is mine. And she was right. Legally. I want every man listening to this to understand something. It wasn't just the $11,000. It was the slow drip before that. The uniforms, the fees, the emergencies, the birthdays, the mama, the cousins.
Didn't mean nothing.
Here, 200 there, 50 everywhere. When you convert that into your home currency, it doesn't feel huge. But over months and years, it compounds. One day you look at your savings and realize that a woman you've known less than 2 years has absorbed a large chunk of what you worked decades to build. And if she has multiple kids from multiple men, you need to understand something. You are not just entering a relationship with her. You are walking into a network of lives, obligations, tensions, and histories that existed long before you and will exist long after you're gone.
Yeah.
In my case, I didn't become a stepfather. I became the third provider.
Mm-hmm.
The baby daddies was still very much in the picture.
Yep.
They shared her time, her attention,
Yep.
and probably more.
Uh-huh.
Once the salon existed, my
You heard what he said about the baby daddies? They never left.
role was complete. I wasn't a partner, I was a launch pad. If I could go back, I would still move to Cartagena. I love this city, the ocean, the food, the people, all of that is real. But I would be more careful with my heart and my wallet. Here's what I'd tell any foreign man moving here. If a woman talks about business, make sure your name is on paper, not just in her messages. If she has kids with different fathers, understand you are stepping into a complex situation. Don't pretend love will magically fix it.
Nope.
Never confuse kindness with obligation.
There you go.
Once money starts flowing, It is very hard to stop without looking like the bad guy. I didn't lose everything, but I lost enough to feel it deep in my chest. She got her salon. I got a very expensive reminder that love and business do not mix well when only one person's name is on the contract. If this story helped you see things more clearly, don't just close the video and move on. Hit
Absolutely,
that like
Jay.
button right now. Subscribe to Gringo Files and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next story.
Yep. That was the story. I just wanted to share that story with you guys. And I broke it down for you. The minute that she said she had 3 kids, not married, you should have ran away. I'm sorry. Because more than likely, she's still sleeping, messing around with those baby daddies. And they're going to always be connected. And you have you're nothing. You're nothing. You're irrelevant. If she had to make a choice between the baby daddies and you and her kids, believe me, you don't even rank at all. Okay? Okay, well, I'll let you guys watch the rest of it. I know you guys watching football right now, so I just want to hope you guys got something out of this live. I try to bring you the truth to keep you informed of what's going on, okay? All right, guys. You enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. And Jay, we're gonna talk on Instagram, bro. It's good to see you again. I'm glad you're okay. All right, peace, everybody. I hope you've got something out of this lesson. Always remember, keep your money in your pocket. Peace, family.